Hi, I'm Laura Morrison. This is Casey Cheeseworks. Tonight we're at 81 Speedway for the Chisholm Trail Showdown, and we'll have a couple different classes tonight. The USMTS modifieds here tonight with a B mods and supporting class. We just got over with our B mains. B main number 1 winner was Darren Fuquay, and B main number 2 winner was Derek Ramirez. And we're about to roll out the B mods for their feature, and looking like 2-lane track, getting good grooves up high and low, and we'll get to racing here at 81 Speedway.
City, the field rolls into turn number 3. They'll bring them down. Your pole setter, Brian Davidson, takes a look, and we are under green. The field rolls off into turn number 1. Everybody looks good, checking out a spot to get into that back straightaway. Working lap number 1 down into turn number 3. Checks them down off of turn number 4. 4 wide back there for a moment of the pack. That didn't work, and we've got our first caution coming out of turn number 4. Ethan Isaacs actually led past our starters tower, and 81 Speedway today was able to finally get here at the Speedway. Now sets the field into turn number 4. We'll check him down, looking at it, and we go green. Isaac still holding the margin as he goes to the top side. The 21B is Brandon Kinney out of Woodward, Oklahoma. Kinney in that 21B won the event last night, now challenging for that top spot. Brandon Kinney still right alongside the 66 of Ethan Isaacs. Now drops back just a little bit. Gives Isaacs a little breathing room, then says, hello, I'm right here in turn number 4. We're off of 4 side by side for the lead. It's still Isaacs, Kinney, Truskowski, the B55 of Brian Davidson. Davidson and Truskowski now side by side for that number 3 spot. As the field starts to catch up with him, Davidson going to gain the 3rd position. Your leader, Isaac, by just a margin down the front straightaway into 1. The 21B of Kinney, Davidson, and Truskowski. Your B mods on the Speedway right now. Championship event, $700 to the bank on the winner. As your leader makes his way off of turn number 4, Ethan Isaacs out of Bonner Springs, Kansas. The 21B is Brandon Kinney. They're starting to stretch it out just a little bit. The B55, Brian Davidson, in the number 3 spot, starting to lose a little bit of ground with the field. As the field exits turn 2, your leader's already entering turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, Isaacs now to about a 5-car margin over the 21B of Brandon Kinney out of Woodward, Oklahoma. Davidson still holding on to 3rd. Mark Schaffman out of Edwardsville, Kansas, into that number 4 spot. Up alongside Truskowski. They'll be side by side for the number 4-5 position as they go into turn number 3. It's still Ethan Isaacs out there maintaining a little bit of real estate over the 21B of Brandon Kinney. Comfortable enough down the back straightaway. Then you drift back here to the pack as they exit turn number 2 onto the backside. Brian Davidson into 3rd. We're still side by side. Can't decide whether Truskowski's going to get that 4 spot. Who's it going to be? They're going to be 3 wide off at turn number 4. Keep an eye on that run for the 3, 4, 5 spot. Truskowski now takes over that number 3 position. Here comes Schaffman in the 44X. Those guys going 3 wide back there for 3, 4, and 5. Broke that up. They're going to settle things down just a little bit as we near the halfway point. It's Ethan Isaacs in the 66 car out of Bonner Springs, Kansas. He's looking at some lap traffic about halfway down the front straightaway as he exits turn number 4. We stand or green. It could come into play. Ethan Isaacs out of Bonner Springs, Kansas, the 66, your leader. The 21B now falling well off of the pace. Brandon Kinney out of Woodward, Oklahoma in 2nd. Kinney winning this event last night in the B mods. We go just past the halfway point. We're going to get a caution, a car off the top of turn number 2. So that's going to negate the margin that your leader, Ethan Isaacs, in the 66 had built up. As we said, you get a margin in these B after the B mods. We're going to go back under green with Ethan Isaacs off of turn number 4. Isaacs takes the field off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. The 21B of Brandon Kinney still holding on to second. Now Truskowski up alongside Schaffman wants a shot at that third spot. They're side by side off of 4. Brian Davidson out of Bennington back into that number 5 spot. And then you've got the field. Andrew Wallace gets a little tap from Weens. Spins the move over there on the bottom side of turn number 2. He'll keep it going and will stay under green. Your leader, Ethan Isaacs, in the 66. Brandon Kinney in second. Mark Schaffman. Then it's Truskowski. Your top 4. Things settling down just a little bit right now, though. Davidson now getting a knock from Peyton Phillips in the 31 car. Jason Denny right back there, as well as we've got a couple of them over here in 1 and 2. Caution comes back out on lap number 14. Work to do. Brian Davidson up there as well. We check him down off of turn 4, back under green. "13 laps into the books, working our way to 20. Isaacs makes it look easy right now as he goes down into turn number 3. 21B of Kinney out of Woodward, Oklahoma, last night's feature winner, still holding on to second.
'99 goes around in turn 4. He's trying to get it fired up. He does and kills it, and he's off the track.
Kevin Myers out of Springdale, Arkansas, gets the number 99 off the bottom side.
Big mess in turn 1.
And we've got another situation over here in turn number 1 that will bring us back to a caution.
Pards, look at Kostrowski's car going down the back straightaway, the 23, peeled away.
John, once again, doing the honors up there inside the CTE Custom Truck and Equipment Starters Tower, waves of green. Isaacs has not missed a start after these cautions as he pulls the field down the back straightaway into turn number 3. And the 99 drops out over there on the bottom side of turn number 2, so that'll end the evening for Springdale, Arkansas, Kevin Myers. Ethan Isaacs in the 66. Brandon Kinney out of Woodward, Oklahoma, picked up the feature win last night. He's a solid second, but he's losing ground to Isaacs as the race goes on. 15 times down. We're inside 5 to go as we go past the start-finish line this time. Everybody maintaining a spot. 3 wide back there in the field. They'll move that around to where we get away from each other as their leader, Isaacs, brings the cars off at turn number 4. Jeffrey Kopp in that number 92, running in the number 4 spot right now. He finished 3rd last night out of Woodward, Oklahoma. So Bonner Springs, Ethan Isaacs, running out of laps right now as he brings the field down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Kinney in second. Schaffman, the 44X. The 92 is Kopp. The field just about single file most of the way around the racetrack right now as a white flag comes out for your leader, Ethan Isaacs, in the 66 out of Bonner Springs, Kansas. Ethan Isaacs already into turn number 1. Not going to get a challenge right now from the 21B of Brandon Kinney. Everybody staying just about where they're at. We've got one more turn at the checkered flag. It's going to be Bonner Springs, 66, Ethan Isaacs, followed by Kinney, Schaffman, the 92 of Kopp. And the remainder of the field makes its way by your Wichita Technical Institute finish line here at 81 Speedway. The bumper-to-bumper Wix-Filter scoreboard inside turn number 1 gives you the top 4. Your B-Mod Championship event, night number 2. He's banking $700 first time here tonight at 81 Speedway out of Bonner Springs, Kansas. He piloted the number 66. It is Ethan Isaacs.
Ethan Isaacs right here, and man, tell me about the run. What a great run.
Yeah, we hadn't seen this place until about 5 o'clock this afternoon, and man, really, I wish we could have came down yesterday, but I haven't had a car that good in a very long time. So
the car was really working well, even when you got into traffic, high and low, and everything. Then you had to deal with restarts.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying some stuff here to try to get better for next year. We really haven't been that great this year, but track was perfect tonight for us. This is what we love to race on, this black slick stuff, and I think we found something for next year.
Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my aunt, my uncle, my mom, my dad. They follow me up and down the road everywhere we go. This is our 10th win this year at 5 different racetracks, so we do a lot of traveling. HBJ Chassis, JT's Race Engines, Metro Metal Sales, USRA Auto Body, and who else is back here? USRA Auto Body, Metro Metal Sales, Brilliant Graphics. That's who I was forgetting. There we go. Cody Brill hooks us up with some awesome looking race cars.
Well, we hope you come back next year, defend the title, and it'll be your second time back here.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a blast. The track's really fun. Really like it. Really enjoyed ourselves tonight.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Winner of the Chisholm Trail Classic B-Mod A-Main, Ethan Isaacs. Let him hear you, 81 Speedway.
Nice job. Go ahead and fall on back to your spots.
All right, great job. 4 wide parade lap before we kick off the finale tonight. Rodney Sanders, Derek Ramirez, and Stormy Scott, the top 3 last night. Let's see how it is tonight. We told you the story last night. Rodney went to victory lane here a year ago. This weekend it was a 2-day 5,000 to win a main. Light at the scales a year ago, so he is back with a vengeance. He picked up $2,000 of that 5 last night. He's going to try to pick up 3 more tonight.
He's probably back with a vengeance and 20 pounds.
yes, he will not be light at the scale tonight. I can almost guarantee it. All right, here we go. It is time to wrap up the 2017 racing season for the United States Modified Touring Series. It's Ryan McInish and Cole Truget on row number 1. Should be a very interesting and entertaining 40 trips around the 81 Speedway here in Park City, Kansas, and we'll put a curtain down on the 2017 racing season. Ladies and gentlemen, the caution lights are out. 40 laps in distance. McInish and Truget going to bring us to green. Race fans, here come the mods. It's showtime! Derek Ramirez with trouble on the start here. He almost got in the wall. Trouble here. Not sure what started that, but Ramirez and Austin Arneson both slid all the way to the wall. And we've got debris laying on the front straightaway here, so trouble on the start.
Chris, it looked like what happened was...
Here we go. We'll try it again. Again, Ryan McInish and Cole Truget. Row number 1. Little damage on a couple of cars at the tail of the field. They'll straighten themselves out. We'll go back after it here. 40 trips around 81 Speedway. We are back underway. Back to green, take 2 here for the USMTS Modified A-Main. And again, McInish will jump to the race lead. A great restart for the second start in a row. McInish down the back straightaway in 52. Truget going to look to the outside in 9. Good battle behind him. Zach Van Der Beek taking a look. Actually, that's R.C. Whitwell taking a look down to the bottom of the 96. He will take a look for that 3rd spot here. We'll see if we can't slide him in the mix. And then they're going to get 3 wide outside of the top 4. Stormy Scott already on the move in 2. Stormy was 6th a moment ago. He is up to 4th now in 2. Battle for the race lead. Cole Truget in 9. Truget up to the cushion. He may pull side by side with McInish for the lead here with the line. He does. McInish will hang on to it into turn number 1. Truget with a good run down the front straightaway. See if he can't use that momentum and slide by him again. They're side by side off turn number 2 for the race lead. Good battle here. Whitwell a solid 3rd. Stormy Scott charging. 5th is side by side. That's Sanders in 20 and Tyler Davis in 65. Battle again for the lead. You've got a new race leader. Cole Truget will take the lead in 9. Boy, oh boy, Cole Truget showing the way up front in 9. He has never gone to Casey's General Stores victory lane with the United States Modified Touring Series. He's up front right now. Ryan McInish is solid 2nd.
Yeah, unfortunately, McInish ran out of line there. The bottom wasn't working anymore.
Slid up the racetrack, did the 52, and he may lose a couple of spots because of it. Stormy Scott and R.C. Whitwell both trying to go by, and they both will clear him down the back straightaway. Continues to be Truget in 9. Whitwell now in 96. Be a great night for Whitwell to go to victory lane. Only the second night with his new race team here. He is up to second in 96. Down the front straightaway, Cole Truget, R.C. Whitwell, Stormy Scott, Ryan McInish, and Sanders now to the top 5. Rodney's cracked the top 5 here in 20. Then it's Vanderbeek, then it's Davis, then it's Johnny Scott, then it's Lancetown, and Dan Powers sitting in the top 10 early. We come by the start-finish line. Cole Truget continues to show the way in 9. So Truget in 9, trying to just run away and keep those guys behind him. Side by side, Stormy Scott trying to take that second spot away from R.C. Whitwell. Stormy with a good drive down to the bottom of the racetrack. Whitwell will try to cross him back over. Side by side for the second spot of the line. Rodney Sanders working to the inside of Ryan McInish now. Sanders trying to take 4th and 20. Boy, good first 7 laps so far. Truget in 9. Stormy Scott now will set his sights on him and see if he can't put that Vanderbilt race car in victory lane. Rodney Sanders trying to make it back-to-back wins for MB Customs here as he got it in victory lane last night. He's moved up from 7th to 4th. McInish trying to fight back on the outside in 52. Cole Truget still your leader, but it is shrinking. Stormy Scott beginning to stalk him down a bit in 2. Stormy Scott now only about 2 car lengths of a disadvantage in 2. Then it's back to Whitwell, Sanders, McInish, the top 5. Again, Vanderbeek, Johnny Scott, Lancetown, Davis, and now Logan Robertson. Robertson back into the top 10 in 23. He and Derek Ramirez side by side. They're going to make it 3 wide. That's for 8th, 9th, and 10th down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Stormy Scott may have just stolen the lead. He did. You've got a new leader. It's Stormy in 2. Stormy Scott, 10 laps of the 40, and he is your race leader. Started 5th, and he has raced that Vanderbilt race, caught on the top spot in 2. It'll be Stormy Scott. Cole Truget now going to take a look back to the inside. Heads up, Truget almost contact. He got hard on the brakes. Good job of driving there for Truget. He'll settle into 2nd. 3rd is Whitwell. 4th is Sanders. 5th, McInish. 6th, Vanderbeek. 7th, Johnny Scott. 8th, Lancetown. 9th, Ramirez. And Tyler Davis now back into the top 10. Sneaking back by Logan Robertson here for a top 10 run early in this one. Stormy Scott continues to show the way up front.
Doesn't look like Truget's car is able to run down there through the middle toward the bottom off of 4. He's kind of stuck at the top.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Cole Truget's race car is good on the top and not very good anywhere else right now. So he will try to just survive and see if he can hang on for a little while until maybe he can get a little better handling. We've got 1 car off the pace on the back straightaway. Driver will head to the pit area. We'll stay green here in this one. Stormy Scott's about 2 laps from the back of the field here. He's got the 44 of Jeremy Campbell and the 01 of Bo Davis. Those 2 drivers right in front of your race leader, Stormy Scott now. Stormy continues to lead into down the back straightaway. Truget now with some pressure from Whitwell. R.C. Whitwell trying to get back into that runner-up spot. He had it momentarily, and he'll try to take it back again. But again now, the leader, Stormy Scott's going to have to contend with several back markers here. 15 laps in the books. It's Stormy Scott, Cole Truget, R.C. Whitwell, Rodney Sanders, and Zach Vanderbeek. Then Johnny Scott, Ryan McInish, Derek Ramirez, Lancetown, and Logan Robertson continue to be the top 10. The 44 of Campbell will go down a lap to Stormy. Outside of the top 10 right now, 11th is Fuquay, 12th is Lassiter, 13th is the 16 of Siebert. 25 of Green is 17th. Arneson 18th. 19th, Kane. Then you've got back to the 86 of France, a 1 TPO of Tyler Peterson, the 4 of Powers, the 4 of Lanterman. Those 2 teammates side by side.
All those guys that look so good, Kane and all that bunch that look so good in those B features are now stuck back in the middle.
Yeah, it gets a little tougher once you get to the A main with all the big dogs, no doubt about it. Stormy Scott's proven that right now as he's rolling his way through lap traffic.
Yeah, the 9 just won't cut down. He has to slow down so much in 3 to cut down across 4. It just ain't happening.
R.C. Whitwell has cleared him. He is into the 2nd spot now in the 96. Whitwell up to 2nd. Truget is 3rd. Rodney Sanders 4th. Zach Vanderbeek 5th. A caution here may change the outcome of this, but without that, I don't know that anybody's got anything for Stormy here right now. Stormy continued to work through lap traffic. He's gone by Josh Lannerman. He's working on Dan Powers. Brian Franz is next. We come to the line this time by 20 in and 20 to go. We're halfway through the final night of the Park City Chisholm Trail Showdown here for your leader, Stormy Scott, in 2. 20 in and 20 to go. Stormy Scott continues to dominate. Whitwell a solid second now. Trugood having a great run in third. Sanders and Vanderbeek still the top 5. Johnny Scott now. He'll see if he can't put a little pressure on there. He's 6th and trying to charge after Vanderbeek. There goes Johnny. Johnny Scott going to look to the outside now with a 1ST. Keep your eye on him through 3 and 4. He's got a good run right there. See if he can make some momentum up. He will. Johnny Scott was biding his time. He's in the top 5 now in 1ST. Johnny Scott, that first car has gone by Vanderbeek into 5th. He'll work on Sanders now.
Stormy Scott's right rear brake caliper is glowing, or the rotor is glowing red hot.
Yeah.
And he drives that way all the time. He did it in the heat race, does it here. Interesting.
Yeah, you can see that thing glowing from the undercarriage of the 2 car, no doubt about it.
Well, he's dragging the brake.
Certainly doesn't seem to be slowing him down, and he isn't. We've got trouble here. Dan Powers off the pace, and the yellow is going to blink on. Powers just out of power here. No pun intended, but rolling to a halt here in turn number 4.
You are punny.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. You write your stuff. Oh, you do it on the fly. That's why you're an announcer. Cool. It's interesting, Scott, to watch his car down here at 3 and 4. It's just so smooth.
To go. Stormy Scott has been the class of the field here. We'll see if anybody's got anything for him here as we come back to green. This time by for Stormy in 2. R.C. Whitwell again will try to take that second spot from Trugood. Trugood going to go right to the outside in 9. Boy, has Cole had a good night so far tonight, trying to roll back by Whitwell. Whitwell going to pull up even with him, and Johnny Scott again with a great restart. Johnny going to go by Rodney Sanders here into the top 4. Johnny now, he's found something on that cushion. He found it about a lap before the yellow came out. See if he can't roll his way around the top up a little bit farther.
He did off of 4 there. Woo! 20 mile an hour faster than everybody else.
Boy, good 3-car battle here behind the top 2. It's Stormy Scott who's driven off. Then it's R.C. Whitwell, Cole Trugood, Johnny Scott, and now Derek Ramirez trying to crack the top 5. Ramirez and Rodney Sanders side by side in a wheel slide there for a moment. Sanders able to hang on to 5th here at the line in 20. Good battle up front. Forget Stormy's there. Keep your eye on that battle for second. It's a great one right now. Whitwell hanging on to it. Then it'll be Johnny Scott taking a look down to the inside. He wants to keep his twin brother in his sights here. As Johnny's now up to 3rd in 1ST. Looking to the back bumper of Whitwell here for second. So your running order right now, Stormy Scott, R.C. Whitwell, Johnny Scott, Cole Trugood, Derek Ramirez. Then it'll be Zach Vanderbeek has gone by. Lancetown has also gone by Rodney Sanders. They're 6th, 7th. Sanders is 8th. Fuquay 9th. And Dave Kane now. Kane has cracked the top 10. Dave Kane, remember, started 22nd.
Wow. The noise we made for him earlier in that B feature is now starting to pay off. Interesting here, you saw it with Sanders. You make a little miscue or pick a line wrong, you can drop like 4 spots. Boom.
Yep, can't blink when you're racing with these guys. We told you Dave Kane found something in a B main a little earlier tonight and raced from the back to the front in the B, and he's doing the same thing here in the A, and the caution has blinked on again.
Well, he's running around, since you brought him up here, he's running right around the bottom down here in 3 and 4, and there's going to be a bit of a bite there. But your left rear tire is going to be out there in that black stuff. On the inside, you're going to be kind of rolling through.
I would keep an eye on the 3rd row as Derek Ramirez and Zach Vanderbeek are right there, and they're late race guys, so we'll see what happens here. Caution lights are out. Green flag back in the air. Johnny Scott going to try to get a jump on R.C. Whitwell. He will. So it's Stormy Scott, twin brother Johnny Scott right behind him, and then Whitwell, the New Mexico and Arizona guys, beating up on everybody here in southern Kansas right now. Down the front straightaway, it'll continue to be Stormy around the bottom. Johnny has gone back to the top. Ramirez has gone to 4th. Derek Ramirez now moving up one more spot to the top, 4 and 4. R.C. Whitwell again trying to take a look back to the inside of the 1ST of Johnny Scott. We've gone up one off the banking backwards in turn number 1.
Scott Green in the 25, Chris.
That's Scott Green in 25, slipped over the bank and spun backwards, so the caution will have to blink on one more time here in this one. Stormy Scott ready to lead us back to green. 11 laps remaining here at the 81 Speedway on championship night of the Chisholm Trail Showdown. Here we go. R.C. Whitwell a better restart that time. He got a good run right to the middle. We'll see if anybody can do anything. Keep your eye on Vanderbeek. Zach Vanderbeek with a good run to the outside. Zach will pull up side by side with Johnny. He's going to pull up side by side with Whitwell. Zach Vanderbeek now to the outside. We thought maybe that row between Vanderbeek and Ramirez would have something at the end, and Vanderbeek going to blast a second. Good restart for Zach. Zach Vanderbeek now to the runner-up spot in 33, 10 to go. Stormy Scott's going to be tough to catch up there, but Vanderbeek going to try to do it. Whitwell third. Lance Town, a top 5 run last night, trying to go back-to-back with top 5 runs. He's to the outside now. Lance Town to the outside of Derek Ramirez. He'll go by him. Going to try to go by Johnny Scott as well, and he will. Lance Town up to the top 4. Boy, Lance Town would be tickled pink with a pair of top 5 finishes here this weekend, no doubt about it. He is up to 4th. Johnny back to 5th. Ramirez is 6th. Truett's 7th. Rodney 8th. Kane and Fuquay 9th and 10th. But Stormy Scott just rolling right around the bottom up front in 2.
Boy, it doesn't take much but a lap or so. First you're up here challenging. Whoa, car sliding up there on the top, 1 and 2. Gathers it back up. You're challenging for 2nd spot, then all of a sudden you're challenging trying to hold on to 6th.
Down the front straightaway, Johnny has gone back to the top. We'll see if he can't make that momentum, pick up another spot or two, but you're exactly right. He has slipped outside of the top 5. We come to the line this time by. It'll be 6 to go, 34 and 6 to go. Stormy, Vanderbeek, Whitwell, Ramirez now. Derek Ramirez and Lance Town side by side with the 4 spot. Derek will take that spot. Town going to fight back into turn number 1. 6th is Johnny. 7th is Rodney. 8th is Fuquay. 9th is Kane. And Cole Truitt trying to hang on to a top 10. A bright start to this one as he led early. Trying to just salvage a top 10 now for the 9. Stormy Scott with a dozen car length advantage with 5 to go. Jeremy Campbell looks like he might be done for the night as he's rolling slowly down the back straightaway. He'll pull that 44 car onto the infield. Austin Siebert with some trouble here at the back of the field as well. He might have a tire gone down in 16. He's going to exit. So we've got less than 5 to go. 4 trips around 81 Speedway here. $3,000 in Stormy Scott's sights. It'll continue to be.
And no lap traffic this time.
Yeah, he's going to roll to the checkered here in this one unless a late race yellow may come out, as he should not get to the back of the field here with just 3 to go. Stormy Scott, Zach Vanderbeek, R.C. Whitwell, Derek Ramirez, and Lance Town. Then again, it's Johnny Scott, Darren Fuquay on the move. He is up to 7th. Kane is now 8th. Sanders is 9th. And McInish now looks like he has gotten back into the top 10 in 52. Couple to go this time by. The white flag will be out next time by for your race leader. Stormy Scott down the back straightaway will come to the white flag this time by. Stormy has 43 career USMTS victories. Looking for 44 tonight, and the white flag will be in the air this time by. 1 to go for Las Cruces, New Mexico's Stormy Scott in 2. Keep your eye on Derek Ramirez and R.C. Whitwell. Good battle on the Speedway. That's for the 3rd spot. Derek trying to slide up one more spot of the checkered. Down the back straightaway, though, ladies and gentlemen, your Chisholm Trail Showdown night number 2 winner, Stormy Scott in 2. Zach Vanderbeek will come home 2nd. R.C. Whitwell will hold off Ramirez for 3rd, and Lance Town will round out the top 5 in 21. Scott rolling across the scale. Scott's down there, and Stormy will be happy. He was telling us earlier today he had changed a master cylinder today. He had trouble there. He had a brake lock up on him last night as well. So we'll...
Maybe Scott can ask him about that. I mean, you know, that the right rear there just been glowing, the rotor glowing red hot, including the caliper, which doesn't really do much good for your brake fluid.
Well, he's climbing out of the car in the O'Reilly Auto Parts winner's circle from Las Cruces, New Mexico. There he is, Stormy Scott. It's nice to see a smile, if you want to call that a smile. Attaboy. Tell me about the run. I tell you what, 40 laps, grueling around here tonight. Had major restarts, and your brother was chiming in there for a while. And but when it comes to that time at the end, $3,000 richer, and it's got to be pretty special end of the season.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. I seen he had started, ways back there and was up to second. I don't know what happened on that last restart, but I guess it sucks for him. But yeah, I got to thank all my crew. Especially Foosh, he stayed behind today and worked his tail off on the brakes on this thing while we were goofing off riding go-karts and stuff. So special thanks to him and, just the whole crew, Screech, and just everyone that makes this possible to do. All the fans, and I sounded like it was a pretty interesting race behind us.
Let's talk about the brakes. You guys worked on today, and they were glowing about 15, 20 laps into it. Was it just because of throttle control and riding the brakes at the same time?
Yeah, I have a tendency to ride the brake too much, but it's just a habit I've picked up and can't really get rid of it. But we had a master cylinder junk last night and a caliper locked up, and luckily Adam found it today, so he fixed all that stuff, and now we got good brakes again.
Tell me about the run. Once you got into lap traffic a little bit, you were really slicing through there. Was your car working to all three grooves tonight?
Yeah, I never really went to the top much, but I felt like I was so good rolling through the slick and, up off the corner that I really wasn't too worried about anybody, really passing me. If they did, they were going to have a heck of a race car. I was just doing my best to try and, stay smooth and hit my marks and not mess up.
Who do you want to thank, buddy?
Just everyone on this thing, Mullins Race Engines, Rancho Milagro, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Allgaier Inc., FK Roddens, Vanderbilt Race Cars, Precision Suspension, Willys Carburetors, iBox Springs, KBC Graphics, just everyone on this thing. I hope I didn't leave no one out.
Well, $3,000 richer. He wins the Chisholm Trail Showdown right here at 81 Speedway. Put your hands together for Stormy Scott. Dennis?
Down here with second spot, the only reason I like to see you guys come down here with the USMTS is just because I get to talk to you and say Vanderbeek.
Right, yeah.
Second spot.
Yeah, we had a pretty good run there at the end. We got a really good restart at the end, and didn't have anything for Stormy, but he's been working hard, and his car's been fast, and it's one of ours. So congratulations to him, and I like to see my stuff win if I can't. So it's a good night for us for sure.
Define your stuff. You're talking about the Vanderbilt chassis. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's correct. That Stormy was in the third Vanderbilt. This is the first one, and we got a pretty good road ahead of us. We got a good team, J.D. Gresham and my dad. It's a good deal. I think you keep working hard, and we'll sell some cars, a few cars, and just keep having fun.
The interesting thing here is a lot of guys are sitting, I'm riding along waiting for the guy to make a mistake. You guys don't make that many mistakes. So when you're in a situation like this, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, you just got to be there at the end and not use up your stuff so early and keep your tires underneath you, and then that usually translates to faster lap times at the end and having a shot at winning every time. So yeah, we make little mistakes. You guys may not see it, but we make little mistakes in the seat and kind of frustrating at times. But we just have fun doing this, and it's been a really good year.
There you have it. Second spot, Zach Vanderbeek.
Over here with R.C. Whitwell, and podium finish for you. Congratulations. Tell me about the run.
Yeah, after last night, we'll take anything really to make the show, but the car is getting closer and closer to get this motor to stay together. I'd like to thank Robert Abercrombie and his wife for giving me this chance to drive their car, and Zach for helping me this week, and all the fans here for coming out.
Safe travels. We'll see you here again next year.
Thank you.
R.C. Whitwell, top 3 finish. Dennis?
Oh, fourth spot down here. We had a chance to talk to him earlier. Ramirez in fourth down here. I walked by your trailer there earlier, and you didn't seem very happy to talk. Almost kind of gave me that Sammy Swindell attitude there. But you had a long way to go to get up here to fourth.
Yeah, we were talking about adjustments, so a little busy at the time.
Oh, that's quite all right. Talk about your run here.
It was pretty good. Just hard to start that far back when them guys are up there. But congratulations to Stormy, and we'll keep working on this thing. It's only my 5th race in it, so it's getting better every night.
The interesting thing about this is when you try something, try a different line, try to change your line a little bit, you can go from 2nd to like 6th.
Oh, real fast. But that's just part of racing. These guys are good, and you miss your line just a little bit and they'll get you. So them restarts didn't help me on the bottom. I needed to be on the top, and I think I'd have been all right. I don't know if I had anything for Stormy, but I felt pretty good.
Looked pretty good there in second for a few moments. Ramirez in fourth. Scott.
Lance Town now rounds out the top 5. And you were talking off the air here how you're just thrilled to death to get a top 5. You let alone the top 10. So congratulations on the run.
Yeah, these guys are tough. I don't run with them all the time, and to be top 5 with the caliber of drivers that are out here, I couldn't be happier. It's a lot of fun.
When you run in a race like this, you know you got 40 laps. Do you try to save anything, or because if you do, these guys get so far out in front, it's hard to catch unless you have a caution like we did a couple times tonight.
Right. My crew guy said, take it easy, kind of in the middle. I don't think I did anything any different, because you get up there, like you said, you can't let it get away or you won't catch them. Yeah. So the track was awesome. I probably enjoyed tonight's track more than I did last night, and last night's was good.
Well, appreciate it. Safe travels, and hope to see you back here next year. Thanks for coming, buddy.
All right, thanks.
That wraps up the top 5 down here for the Chisholm Trail Shootout, and that calls it up back up to the top for Chris and Warren to send us home.
All right, very good. Thank you very much, Scott, Dennis. You guys, great job down there. We had a great weekend here. Top 5 finishers getting back in their race cars to go back through tech and back to their trailers to get on the road down to the next one. As we told you, February 22nd, 23rd, and 24th will kick off the 2018 USMTS season here in a few months. But for those of you tuning in at racingdirt.com, thank you so much for watching this weekend. We appreciate that. For those of you here in the grandstands, again, thanks for braving the elements. You're supposed to welcome us with warmth
I'll tell you
and
what,
sunshine
Chris, it was
here.
supposed to be 77 degrees all weekend, but some brave souls coming out.
Yes.
Great job doing the call again, as always, Chris, right
yes,
there.
You as well.
Pleasure to have USMTS right back here at the home of 81 Speedway.
No doubt. It's been a great weekend. We appreciate it. We'll see everybody next year. And again, thanks everybody for coming out, tuning in. Outstanding job, everybody, and safe travels wherever you're going.
Good night, everybody. It's cocktail hour.